So the film I'm going to review for you today is 2006. Um, it's a adaptation from the book Candy, written by Luke Davis. It stars Heath Ledger, Abbie Cornish. The movie is directed by Neil Armfield. I've looked in his filmography. I didn't see anything I had seen before. But yeah. So this film is a Australian film. All the cast is Australian. And this is one of the very overlooked films where it was worthy of Best Picture and honestly Best Actors and Supporting Actress between Heath Ledger and Abbie Cornish. They both do so well in this movie, and I've seen this before, The Dark Knight. And with Brokeback Mountain and then Candy, I was already a huge fan of Heath Ledger, and I already knew that he could basically do anything.
Let's go ahead and select.
Okay, I'm going to use Reiki again, and just run my palms over the outside of the cases without touching them.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Did you know that most kidney diseases have no cure? And you can lose up to 90% of kidney function before you feel sick. 1 in 3 Australians is at risk. Are you one? Contact Kidney Health Australia to let them care for you.
You're right, Bludge. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, Cobra.
I can start with expression media, and you don't need to do a lot to them. And what we've got here is a little white bat fritter, which is the New Zealand.
Okay, Annabelle, as I mentioned, people these days, we can't.
We're really hardcore.
What's the group?
The main character, Dan, Heath Ledger's character is a striving poet, and Candy, his girlfriend, is a artist. And they, right from the get-go, it shows them shooting up. That's where it really goes downhill, and her life spirals out of control. Or both of theirs does. At first, it shows them enjoying the high, and it seems like it's all fun and everything at first, but then there's consequences with it where she becomes pregnant. So then they both try to get clean, and Dan is very motivated at first, like trying to, inspire her that they can do it and start a new life together with a baby. And spoilers, it basically goes through this 5-minute scene of them just getting clean, or trying to get clean, and then going through withdrawals.
Put your stuff on the table.
Their performances really shine. Like, you really feel for them, and you really feel like you're on this journey with them. And that's a big applause for the director as well, because the shots and the angles and just the raw emotion that's in the movie, it's really spectacular, to say the least. But things don't go as planned, even though they do. Stop. It's already too late in the game, and the baby doesn't make it, and that's one of the saddest scenes in the movie, where they hold their stillborn, basically. And Heath Ledger is like, Dan's character is like, he saw her move, and the doctor's like, it's just a spasm. Yeah, so there's a lot of emotion in that scene. Like, for me, I felt angry, but then also felt sad and sympathy for the characters, and which also how they probably felt, which again, I felt like I was along for the ride. Very emotional ride. But then, so, with that happening, they also have their, Dan's father figure, Jeffrey Rush's character, that's basically introduced them to the drugs. And so the movie plays out in fragments where it's like heaven, earth, and hell, or earth, heaven, and hell. And each obstacle, basically, because it's all an obstacle throughout the film, where it progressively gets worse. Even on their wedding day, they're high, and their family members see it. Like Candy's mother and father are aware of her drug use, and they don't say anything throughout the whole film until the end, when Candy gets put in a mental hospital. And the final conclusion is, Dan struggling with what's more important, Candy, the love of his life, or his other love, which is the drugs. And it's so sad because it's so realistic too, like that it's not a happy fairy tale, it's not, they don't end up getting together at the end. He chooses the drug over Candy, and he just sits there, and he's just tearing up. He knows he wants her, but he just can't help his addiction. And she comes in, into his life again, where she's clean, and he's not, and it's just heartbreaking. But it's a beautiful movie. That's definitely one that needs to be seen if someone's very into movie and filmmaking and the art of film. It's so underrated too. Like, there's it's getting like a bit of a fan base now since the passing of Heath Ledger, but beforehand, it was kind of like overlooked, I guess. But like, again, the performances, they should have won an Oscar for it. The cinematography, the score is really well done. The majority is sad and a tragic story, but there is some little bit of comedy in it, like a little laugh here and there to kind of lighten the moment, I guess. Which is, some of the scenes are really dark. Like, you think The Dark Knight is dark, and his performance as the Joker is iconic. Just look at the performances in this movie, and you'll see what was Heath Ledger's calling is drama, and him as an actor.
Ring me as soon as you get this. I've tried your mobile. I know we said to ignore us while we did this. It's been 3 days.
The brighter the star, the quicker the flame fades, or something like that. And it's so true. Like, the more talented someone is, really, it seems, in Hollywood, and like the quicker their life goes by, or something happens, some tragedy of some sort. And it's a shame, because like, there's so much more he could have done and would have done, considering like Jake Gyllenhaal, like after Brokeback Mountain, his career just went everywhere, doing everything, but anyway, that's pretty much my review. I hope you definitely check this film out. I know it is, if you've seen it already, it is very makes you feel very drained afterwards, because every tear you have in your system is basically cried out after this film. But that's definitely worth the tears, and definitely worth the time to check out. So do that, and let me know what you think down below about it.
Dan. now.
There's no going back. If you're given a reprieve, I think it's good to remember just how thin it is.